Oh, I get it. You can't sleep. You need to sleep. You guys are going to sleep
I'm
apart.
arranging I don't sleep. I know Colin wants me to get good sleep. There is research to back up this idea of sleep divorce. It came out of the University of Michigan that said it's actually more beneficial for couples to sleep apart than together because most people end up getting a disruption-free night. That means good quality sleep, which is so important. It is so valuable. Do you know how sleep deprived I am? I have 50 pounds of makeup on, thanks to Marcy who did my makeup, covering the bags under my eye, the fatigue that's all over my face.
Nessa, then you need to suck it up and go sleep in another room.
Well, that's what I'm going to do.
But
wait, why do I have to move? How come Colin doesn't?
Okay, then
Colin can
one of y'all.
sleep in the living room, which is right next to the kitchen, because let me tell you why. He gets up, he gets his little shaker with his protein shaker, and he starts shaking it, and I can hear it throughout the house. I know baby Cap is also annoyed, all right? He's just loud in the morning when he's getting ready. One, two, three. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. And when we're apart,
I feel it too.
no.
Okay,
matter-
all right. Okay, come on, Nessa.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
not do this to them.
Okay. Well, I mean, what do you want me to do? Justin Timberlake came out at his show and he had In Sync with them. It was a reunion. It got our hopes up. So now here we are ready for this. Actually, Justin Timberlake's new album, Everything I Thought It Was, is available now.
Yes, it is.
And so it makes sense why we've been seeing Justin Timberlake all over the place. He was on SNL, then he recorded for NPR Tiny Desk. He's been making his rounds
Everywhere.
So let's talk about Justin Timberlake and his wife, Jessica Biel, who is absolutely gorgeous.
Love her.
Love her as an actress. I think she's amazing. So I thought it was interesting because here he is getting ready for his new album. He's feeling good. And then there was an article published on Radar Online talking about, even though Justin Timberlake's going to go on tour, there are certain rules he has to follow that his wife gave him. And apparently this is because of all the cheating allegations that were done against Justin Timberlake, because, you know, maybe he got a little flirty with people. So according to this article, there are rules that he has to follow while he's on tour.
And basically, the main rule is that he has to check in with Jessica Biel every night before bed, and she has to be able to reach him whenever she wants.
And where is the complaint? I think all of these supposed rules make sense. First off, they're married. They have a family. They have kids together. She should be able to get a hold of him at any point, even if he's on stage hitting a note and one of his band members or whoever says, hey, your wife is on a phone, he needs to shut down the show and go and talk to her. Even if she's complaining about the groceries not being delivered on time, if she's saying, hey, the kids are driving me crazy, whatever it is, she should be able to get a hold of him. I don't understand what the issue is. I don't understand how these are rules.
Nessa, if he's in the middle of a song on stage, no, she does not have to get a hold of him when he's in the middle of a performance in front of 40,000 people.
40,000, I think he performs in front of bigger crowds, Katrina.
I don't know, Nessa.
Okay, so, you know, Summer Jam was in front of 60,000 people.
But not everyone performs in front of football stadiums of 60,000 people.
I know,
It's
but
usually 20,000 people.
That's why he should show up to Summer Jam, in my opinion. You know, just as a pop-up. Why not?
Love
It'd be
it.
fun. Let's just, stir things up. And anyways, back to the story. No, I don't agree with you. If he's on stage, I don't care at what point of his performance he's in. If his wife is trying to contact him, he needs to take that call.
I don't agree with you, Nessa.
And when he's done, he needs to have her on video chat the entire time. When he goes to sleep, he needs to have his phone propped up, okay? The camera angled on him while he's sleeping.
Why doesn't she just go on tour with him?
Because she's not going to uproot everything that she's doing right now. She's got the kids. They probably have a certain routine. Katrina, I know you're not complaining. How did all of us react when daylight savings happened? It drove our kids crazy.
Yes.
All the parents around the world, well, in the country, they're upset at daylight savings because it completely throws all the routine out the window. You're starting all over again. So for her, I understand she doesn't want to go on tour. She doesn't want to have to put her kids through that. It is exhausting on the road.
Yeah, but check in every night. I get
Yes.
that. But there also says that he agreed he won't go out after the shows partying and drinking.
Yeah, why are you going out partying and drinking?
You're
You have a
celebrating
family-
the show.
Okay, but no. If there have been conversations or talks about him flirting possibly with somebody else, getting a little too friendly, no. This is what happens when you don't know how to act right.
This is a problem. I don't know if you remember, on the Sacramento Kings, there's a player named Doug Christie, right?
He's married to
Jackie Christie. She was on Basketball Wives. Basically, for every game he had, away games, all of that, she would be at every game with him in the hotel.
great.
Well, she had practice too. She gonna throw the ball, rebound it, pass it to him, help him get his shots up.
Let me ask you something, because you know basketball more than me. Was he a good player?
Doug Christie, he wasn't like a Hall of Famer.
Oh, we're not going off of, I didn't ask if he was a Hall of Famer. Was he a good player?
He started.
Okay, so he was a starter.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you have some bias here because it's Sacramento Kings and you are a Golden State Warriors fan.
Yeah.
Do they have any type of static towards each other?
Well, they're about 40 miles, 50 miles away from each other. So we're very close. And when I was growing up, the Warriors sucked really bad, 19-win seasons. The Kings, who had Mike Bibby and Chris Webber, White Chocolate, Jason Williams, they were good. So all of my friends would be wearing Kings jerseys, right? So annoying. It's like, why aren't you a Warriors fan? We live right next to the Coliseum.
Right.
Now that the Warriors are hot and popping, everyone that had their 55 Mike Bibby jersey or Chris Webber jersey, now they are all Warrior fans. Bring you and your cowbell, bring it all back to the Kings.
Wow.
And go over there and ring that cowbell for them. Get out of here. And we just beat them last season in a 7-game playoff.
Wait, what's the cowbell? You could tell I don't know anything about Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento Kings fans are known for ringing cowbells.
Okay.
It all started when the former Lakers head coach Phil Jackson called Sacramento a cow town.
Ooh.
And you know, LA and Sac had their rivalry.
Right.
So then all of the fans, that became the thing.
Oh, that's so...
You know what?
Fun fact, right here on Nessa Off Air,
Let
we
me
are
say-
educating you on everything. What is it? Pop culture, sports, politics, whatever you want,
Whatever
we
you
got
need.
it.
But I got to say this too. Sacramento Kings, whoever is their marketing from then to now, amazing. They brought the cowbells. You know what they do now? Light the beam. So that's their new saying. Every time they win, they go light the beam and they push some button. This huge light emits from the new stadium, a big purple light because their lights are purple and black.
Right.
Straight up, every time they win. We were in Sacramento driving. We were just
Right.
there. We were in California, I don't know, a few weekends ago over the holiday, something. We're driving. We see this purple light. I was like, oh my gosh, is that the beam? There's an actual beam. Bro, the Sacramento Kings actually light a beam. They're geniuses. They still suck and I don't mess with them.
Wow.
But shout out to their marketing team.
I love how passionate you are about this.
The
'cause-
Warriors, because they sucked. The Warriors had 19 wins,
So
bro.
you feel like everybody's just on the bandwagon.
I don't care if you're a new fan. I get it. But
You do care.
No, I
I
don't.
mean, look at you right now, just venting and lashing out.
You can become a fan, of course, when you're in the city and all of a sudden we're in championships. Warriors are everywhere. Everyone got their Warrior flags on their car. It's being sold everywhere. I get it. It's an energy. So
Right.
you're gonna win. You're gonna want to play. You're gonna want to be with winners.
Right.
But my thing is, if you were die-hard Kings fan,
Yeah, you
you
can't.
die-hard Lakers fan,
Right.
die-hard whatever, because this
Keep
was
the Lakers out of this conversation.
there
You know
were
how I
so
feel.
many Lakers fans when the Warriors were 19-win season in the Bay. So if you were that person that had your Kobe jersey on, love Kobe, rest
That's
in
me.
peace, but were in the Bay and lived in the Bay, all of a sudden now you're a Warrior fan?
No, we don't need you back with the Lakers either.
Keep it
By the
moving.
way, we
Put your LeBron
as
jersey
someone who's a
on.
Lakers fan, we don't need you.
It's too late. You got to take them. We don't want them.
No, we don't want them.
We don't want 'em.
Don't come back to us.
All of a sudden the Lakers suck and you want to come back to the Warriors? No, they're yours.
Okay. Anyway, so this whole tangent stemmed off the fact that you were talking about Doug Christie, his wife, joining him on the road while he had games because he played for the Kings.
Yeah.
So back to the original point of Justin Timberlake on the road.
Yes.
And his wife supposedly has rules for him to follow because, listen, to be honest, he has been in the news in past years to have supposedly cheated on her or getting friendly with other people, whether, they crossed the line or not, we don't know.
Pictures of him holding hands with another woman is crossing the line when he's married.
When did that happen?
Bro, paparazzi got them like on a balcony, him and another girl.
Oh, and they said
hand
that
was on a lap.
Right. And wait, I think the whole thing was that he was, drunk, right?
Yes. But your hand should not be on another person's lap if you're in a relationship. The lap is too much.
You're proving my point even more. Because of those things, if this is true, I'm totally on Jessica's side. Absolutely. I actually think she should have more rules.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, she should be able to watch him video chat while he's even performing.
Don't she got things to do? Like, doesn't she have things to do?
I'm sure she's good. Maybe they have nannies that are helping her. Maybe the kids are in school. The point is, even if she's not paying full attention, she should be able to have access. Almost like cameras around the house. You know what I mean? How people have cameras installed so that they can watch what's going on around, like yourself, Katrina. Mm-hmm. So I think she should just have cameras around Justin Timberlake at all points throughout the day, and whenever she feels like going on her app to check where he's at, she should be able to do that.
You know what she should do? Tell Justin Timberlake he needs to hire a personal assistant. She getting good with the assistant.
You can't trust the assistant. I mean, we've heard the rumors about how people cheat with the assistant, with the nanny and stuff like that. So all I'm saying is that have your own camera set up, and you should be able to have access to him at any point. You should be able to go in, watch his every move, and with the cameras, you could zoom in on him, zoom in on his phone, see what he's doing. In fact, get the app so that you can see what he's doing on his phone. And everything's going to be fine.
Okay. Remind me never to get in a relationship with you.
Ask Colin how I am.
Yeah, this is why he doesn't let you turn his notifications on his phone so you can hit him all the time.
Okay, so let's talk about other couples. Okay, so Cameron Diaz, who's been out the limelight for a while now. Yeah. I think the last time she had a movie was 2014. I think it was Annie, if I remember correctly. She recently was having a conversation. It was on a podcast called Lipstick on the Rim. Mm-hmm. In the conversation, she was talking about how, yes, she supports the idea of couples sleeping in separate bedrooms or in separate houses if they have to, if that means you'll be able to get a good night's rest. I totally agree with this. And this is because this is happening to me right now as we speak, but I am not brave enough to go sleep in another room or tell Colin to go sleep in another room.
Why? You're scared to sleep by yourself?
No. I like cuddling, even though I like to cuddle in the beginning, but then I get off of Colin. I don't know. I like my space. So does Colin. It's like a perfect match. However, Colin gets up at 4:30 in the morning throughout the week, right? Because that's when he starts his day. He goes and trains. He still works out, and he likes to start an early day. Mm-hmm. I'm a light sleeper, so right when that alarm goes off, I am miserable because I know, one, I'm gonna be up, my sleep's disrupted, and it's really hard for me to go back to sleep.
Right.
So I've been contemplating with the idea of Colin sleeping on a couch in the TV room, go sleep somewhere else, because I need to get rest because I'm up early because baby Cap wakes up screaming for my attention. So I already know within an hour and a half, I'm about to be up because baby Cap is going off on me.
Right.
So I've been thinking, like, how can I get better sleep so that I can get maybe one day 7 hours of sleep straight without any interruption? I haven't figured it out yet, but listen, I'm not mad at this idea. And it's called a sleep divorce. So that is when couples sleep in separate rooms so that they could get a good night's rest. What I thought was interesting about Cameron Diaz, she's saying even sleeping in a separate house is okay. And she did say there could be a middle room, right? Which is a shared room, like, everybody has their own bedroom that they sleep in, but there would be a middle room where then the couple can go have their relations in it and do what they do, exchange fluids, and then everybody goes back to their own bedroom to sleep. I think this is all great.
So is this now relationships in this day and age? Because to me, this is ridiculous. Like, all right, separate houses, that's a whole nother tax bracket. Go ahead, do what you do.
Right.
But sleeping away, all right, I get it. Listen, Tone, my partner, he snores really, really loud, right?
Right. That's why you don't have enough sleep every night, which is why you come to work really tired, which is why you're forgetting a lot of things.
Nessa, no, okay? I know you wanted to say that, but no.
I was dying to say this.
Nessa, I sleep really well. It doesn't matter. We're actually a good match because he snores loud and I am knocked out. So that to me is all good. But not sleeping together just cause, like, that's so weird. Like, and having a
It's
whole...
not just cause. It's because someone in the relationship or both people aren't getting adequate sleep and they need better sleep. So the only way to make that happen is if, they sleep by themselves.
But then having two wings and then coming just to talk to each other, I have a feeling they use this for their alone time. Whenever they want to be in a relationship is when they come together. If one person doesn't want to, they just do their own thing. It's like, why even be in a relationship? I don't get it.
They're going to practice sleep divorce. That's what it's called. Where they sleep in a separate room because they're trying to get a good night's rest. Let's say we're talking about a truck driver, right? Got to get up early, got to hit the road early. And the truck driver's significant other wants to get good night rest, right? And now they can't because they're constantly being woken up at 4 a.m, 3 a.m, or whatever it is. So now they're going to break up because of this?
Listen,
This is the problem with this generation. Let me tell you something, okay? When it comes to relationship, you're so quick to give up on a relationship. I mean, that sounds ridiculous.
If it is literally just because of that, like, oh, I get it. You can't sleep. You need to sleep. You guys are going to sleep
I'm
apart.
a raging I don't sleep. I know Colin wants me to get good sleep. I know.
All I'm saying, Nessa, is listen, I think this situation with Cameron Diaz and her boo having two different homes, that's just an excuse to be apart and only get together when they want to be in a relationship.
She didn't say that they do this, by the way. Let me say that. She's just okay with the idea.
You know who did this? Oprah. Oprah, you're back on my list this episode. Her and her man, when they were together, I don't even think they lived together.
Well, I think he's in a guest house.
Yeah.
On her,
Property.
estate. Yeah.
On her island.
Yeah, on her estate. I think he just stays in a guest house.
What's up with Oprah, man?
I think she's living a life of happiness and joy because she didn't have a family. And I'm speaking out of just being always exhausted, right? That's why she's living and thriving. But she's also a billionaire.
Oprah, literally, because she's a billionaire, is doing whatever she wants. And you know what? Who's going to tell her no? She's like, oh, no? How about this $1 million? Is it still a no? Oh, I got $2 million for you. Is it still a no?
Right.
All right, then I don't need it.
Well, why did you hate on Oprah again?
Because her and her man sleep in different homes.
Okay, wait. Previous episode, we were talking about Oprah in general in the news because she stepped down as a board member for Weight Watchers. But anyways, went on that whole tangent. If you want to see Katrina bashing the billionaire Oprah, go back to that episode, all right? We'll make sure to put it in the description here. But anyways, I'm kidding. She didn't bash her completely, but
Oprah's on my list.
like all the other billionaires.
Yeah, according to Essence, Oprah actually was the one that revealed that her and Stedman were living in different homes and he was in the guest house.
I knew it was the guest house.
Because he didn't take the pandemic seriously.
Absolutely. Stay your ass in the guest house.
You're not on my list for this time, Oprah.
Oh, so she's okay and she's good? She's back in your graces?
Because of this point. But the other stuff, she's still out there.
Okay. And anyways, there is research to back up this idea of sleep divorce. It came out of the University of Michigan that said it's actually more beneficial for couples to sleep apart than together because most people end up getting a disruption-free night. That means good quality sleep, which is so important. It is so valuable. Do you know how sleep deprived I am? I have 50 pounds of makeup on, thanks to Marcy who did my makeup, covering the bags under my eye, the fatigue that's all over my face.
Nessa, then you need to suck it up and go sleep in another room.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. But wait, why do I have to move? How come Colin doesn't?
Okay, then
Colin can
one of y'all
sleep in the living room, which is right next to the kitchen, because let me tell you why. He gets up, he gets his little shaker with his protein shaker, and he starts shaking it, and I can hear it throughout the house. I know baby Cap is also annoyed, all right? He's just loud in the morning when he's getting ready.
You know what? This article too says if you do get good night's sleep, obviously you get improved health. And listen, Tone, my partner, he sleeps on the couch. He just watches TV. He decides to fall asleep there.
Why does he do this? Is this every night or on the weekends?
He just does this. Like, I don't think he's trying to get away from me because then he'll come into the bed at like 6 or whatever, but he'll just fall asleep out there and he's okay with it. And I'll be like, hey, why don't you come to bed? He's, oh, I'm just watching. I don't know. Maybe he just likes the space and being able to do him without whatever judgment, even though I'm not judging him for what he's doing.
You
but
are totally
no,
judging
you
him.
always feel like you're getting watched or you just can't do you, right? Whenever you're around someone, you're around your significant other, I get it. You share a house. Sometimes you just don't feel like you could do you. Like I can't like pick at my teeth or something. I don't know. I'm just giving an example. So maybe he just doesn't feel like he can do him. So this is his chance to watch TV for as long as he wants while I go to bed. Then he just ends up sleeping out there. And this is probably why he's really, really healthy. Like Tone.
Exactly.
We had a foot race. He beat me in a foot race.
Well, here's the reason why. You guys basically are partaking in a sleep divorce and you don't even know it. That's how smooth Tone is. He has convinced you that he's just watching TV when on all actuality, it's so he could get a good night's rest
right when I
by
leave.
Sleeping away from you.
He's like this right when I leave, feet up.
Yeah. That's how I imagine Colin.
Yeah, so excited like finally, I can just be me.
It's how I think he is when he goes on a work trip. I'm like, oh, he's just living, loving life. And he probably thinks like that about me when I go on a work trip, but I'm not. I'm calling Colin. Like, hey, I miss you so much. Oh my God. Let me see, baby Cap. What are we doing?
Just go home.
I know.
Just go home at that point.
I'm so annoying at this point. I can't even stand myself. Okay, speaking of sleeping, I thought this was a very interesting story. Okay, so the pop singer Billie Eilish was having a conversation and I thought it was hilarious. First off, before we talk about the story about Billie Eilish, have you ever had a dream about Tone or something and in the dream he pissed you off in it so then when you woke up the next day you're completely pissed at him for everything?
Oh yeah.
I've dreamt about Colin like pissing me off or if he's cheating or whatever. I wake up so frazzled and so upset with him.
How about have you ever had a dream where you were like getting flirty or whatever with somebody else, so much so that you woke up and questioned your relationship? Like, damn,
no.
Do I really want to see what's up with this person that was flirty McGurdy with me?
No, if anything, I am dreaming and wondering, is Colin having a dream about somebody else other than me? Because I need to start monitoring his dreams.
Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding.
Here we
kind
go.
of. But I thought it was interesting about this story because I'll tell you who I had a dream about and I woke up feeling away. You.
Oh no.
Katrina.
What did I do in the dream now?
Let me down.
What did I do?
Let me
what
down.
kind of let you down?
It's always letting me down about work. And literally when I tell you, I wake up infuriated, so upset with you. And then usually, more times out of not, I'm right. You piss me off. You know, I have like a weird sense. Like I can feel things.
You're projecting into your dream.
Absolutely not.
You're thinking about, oh my gosh, what's Katrina gonna mess up this time? So you go to sleep with that energy. So in that dream, you're justifying, you're manifesting that in your dream for me to mess up.
And do you mess up?
No, I'm perfect. I've been perfect.
Okay, let's talk about Billie Eilish. She ended up breaking up with her boyfriend thanks to her dream. She was actually dreaming about the actor Christian Bale. And
who I hate, by the way.
You hate Christian Bale? That's a strong word.
I don't like him. Something about him, and he's bothered me since I first saw him. I don't remember what movie it was. And then he got on Batman, and it really bothered me. He does this thing with his mouth. I don't know what it is.
Let me type in Christian Bale mouth and see what I see.
It's either the way he talks or the way his jaw is set. But it really annoys me, and I don't know why. And then the worst part was when he was in Batman, all you saw was his mouth. When he wore the mask, all I saw was his mouth. So I just kept seeing this jawline or how he talked. You know what it is? He talks like he has fangs in the back of his mouth, like a vampire. Like, it's like his back teeth are fangs. So he talks like that, like he needs to
like Count Dracula?
Yeah, but aren't those up here? It's like he has big teeth in the back. So he doesn't want to close his mouth all the way. Oh yeah, it was Psycho or something. I didn't watch it. I don't watch scary movies. But it was just so weird. And I don't know, I cannot be the only one that thinks this, but every time I mention how annoyed I am with Christian Bale just because of something that with his mouth.
Okay, so there is a Reddit thread about this. But
about his mouth?
There is. Well, here's the thing. Reddit has a thread for everything.
Look, oh my gosh. Also on this forum right here, why does Christian Bale's mouth move like he has a lisp, but he doesn't have a lisp? That's what it is. He talks like, you know how sometimes you could tell someone with a lisp, they'll talk like their mouth kind of moves in a way where, you know, they're accommodating their tongue because their tongue has a lisp when they talk, right? So you can tell. And that's probably what bothers me about him is he talks and his mouth moves like he has a lisp, but he doesn't have a lisp. So I'm expecting to hear something that I don't hear. And that's probably why it bothers me.
You're so judgy right now. You are the trolls that I cannot stand on the internet who have something to say about everything. Are you kidding me? Look up his net worth. Look it up. I'm going to prove a point to you.
All right.
Christian Bale net worth. Type it and find out. What's his net worth?
Apparently $120 million.
He could care less what you have to say.
Well, you know what else? There was a story about him on set being a real a-hole. So how about that?
Really? Where?
Yes. Well, do you remember there was leaked audio of Christian Bale, right? He was on the set of Terminator Salvation, came out in 2009, and the audio that was leaked had him cursing, yelling, and going in being super disrespectful to the crew and everyone on set.
Why?
I don't know why, but it was so bad that he had to apologize because of how he was speaking. This was all on Fandom Wire. The audio leaked. You could hear him.
Do they have the audio there?
So I have another reason to be mad at Christian Bale because he's mean.
Well, do you think Billie Eilish knew this before she was dreaming about him and what was going on between them?
What?
Did she say that they were getting steamy in her dream and that's why she ended up breaking up with her boyfriend? Like, what happened in her dream that made her realize that, hey, I'm going to break up with my boyfriend because I was just dreaming about Christian Bale?
But why would she say? Would you ever admit to having sex with someone else in your dream?
Well, she is admitting that she dreamt about him, so she might as well tell us what really happened. Who was interviewing her? Why didn't they do a follow-up?
It was on ET, Entertainment
Well, there's
Tonight.
your answer why. There's no follow-up there. But I'm serious. People get great interviews and they're not doing any follow-up. Well, anyway, don't get me started right now. My point is, she had this dream about Christian Bale, right? So Billie Eilish said a couple years ago that she had a dream about Christian Bale and it was like in a little cafe in the sunlight and it made me realize that I had to break up with my boyfriend. I woke up and came to my senses. So she was in a cafe and that's what sparked her to break up with her boyfriend. I think she already was over it with her boyfriend, clearly. And I don't know what really happened in this dream, but sitting in a cafe, it's pretty intense to wake up and call off a relationship.
Maybe it was such a great, cute date, right? You're in the cafe, the sunlight's hitting right at the perfect moment. You're having the best conversation over coffee with Christian freaking Bale.
Right.
And
Katrina apparently
hates. I hate. And all of a sudden, you're like, I want to love like that. I want to love like Christian Bale and me in the cafe.
Now, does she know that dreams, sometimes people in it could be representing somebody else? Like, it could have been Christian Bale symbolically, but it could have been her boyfriend disguised as Christian Bale. Anyways.
Wait, that's like that movie that Christian Bale is in.
Which one?
The Prestige?
I didn't know. I'm a genius. I should be a filmmaker right now. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
I'm a director. Call me Nessa Duvernay. Are you kidding me?
Nessa Spielberg.
Nessa Lee. Nessa
Scorsese.
Are you kidding me?
Nessa.
That is really weird. Because I'm not super, super duper big on films in general.
Right.
I barely even knew who Christian Bale was until you gave me a reference right now. Because I'm just not good with names like that.
Yeah.
I did not know this. Wait, what is the premise of that movie?
Nessa, it's really good. So it's Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman, Scarlett Johansson's in it.
I love Scarlett.
They're magicians, right? And they're competing magicians.
Okay.
And Scarlett Johansson used to be with one of them. She ended up being with someone else.
Okay.
But basically, I don't want to ruin the plot because it's one of those ones where you watch it as it goes on. It's like, what? You got to watch it. I can't tell you. I can't give you the plot, but they're competing magicians. Scarlett Johansson used to be with one of them. It's kind of like a love triangle thing.
Right.
But this is set back in like the 40s or something.
Interesting.
Yo, watch it. It's good. It's good.
I'm a visionary.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Oh my God, I knew it. Anyways, so long story short, if you had a dream right now that you were, I don't know, at a nice cafe with your longtime crush, the actor Ryan Reynolds, and you're enjoying the conversation over a latte, you're staring into his eyes.
He's probably making me laugh.
He's making you laugh.
Yeah.
And I know like laughter is huge for you.
So
that
funny.
is a quality you look for in a relationship.
He's being so funny. I can already
Are you going to
tell.
break up with the father of your daughter, the love of your life, the man that you're with right now, because you had a dream about Ryan Reynolds?
No, what I would do is try to continue having these dreams about Ryan Reynolds, like Remember that Black Mirror episode called Striking Viper?
Which one was that about?
That's the episode where the two guys, they're playing video games with each other.
Right.
And they end up canoodling, having sex, whatever. In the video game, their characters had sex. And they were playing this video game. It's kind of like
virtual reality,
reality video game. And their characters in the video game have sex. And they really, really like it. And they're just two friends that are friends. And one of the guys is married.
Right.
And the other guy's not married. But they're friends.
Right. And in real life, they're not together.
In real life, they're not together. And at some point in the episode, they try to kiss to see if they really, really liked it. I don't know if they did. I don't remember. They were in the rain and they're just yelling at each other. All that to say, for one of the characters, his wife was like, you know what? You can keep doing that with your boy. You guys can keep getting it in the video game. Keep playing because you're not technically cheating on me, but you're cheating on me in the video game. But I will make peace with that and I'll go out and go on a date. So all that to say, if I had the ability to continue doing these dates with Ryan Reynolds in my mind, I would do it because I'm not technically cheating on Tone.
So would you make love with Tone thinking about Ryan Reynolds?
That's so weird. No.
Okay. Well, listen.
That's so weird to me.
I don't know where you're going with this.
I'm just saying, you asked me, would I
have a virtual relationship?
I would have a virtual relationship.
Wait,
oh
you
my
what?
gosh,
You what?
I would have a, what do you call that? Meta? Yeah. I would have a virtual relationship. I would have a meta relationship.
With someone else other than Tone.
That's cheating because that's so big now, right?
I mean, it's not really you. It's an avatar, right?
Yeah, but some people really just live their lives in these worlds.
You just said you would have a relationship in Meta.
I'd have a dream relationship with Ryan Reynolds. In Meta, I don't know. I got to think about it. I
don't think he knows who you are. And he's happily married.
Let's at him. I'm going to tag him in this video.
And you love his wife.
I do. I love Blake Lively. She's cool.
Yeah, she's a tootie.
She's so cool. She's a tootie.
She's a tootie.
Which means a very cool baddie.
Right. By the way, we learned this when we're having a conversation with 41. They come together as a group from time to time. They have a huge song called Bent. By the time we had a conversation with them, the song went gold.
Yeah.
They brought the plaques to the studio for us when we were doing our radio show. And we had like basically a dance off. Katrina completely let me down, even though she knows how to dance. By the way, it's on my Instagram, us having a good time in the studio. And you can tell that Katrina completely embarrassed me.
Nessa, when they left, so their dance is called like Getting Sturdy or whatever, right?
And you could have done it.
When they left, you were telling me I should have done it. I showed you I could not do it because to do it, one of the dance moves, it's a whole series of dance moves, right? One of them is going into a squat position and getting back up and doing that over and over. Bro, I tried it. I went down into the squat. I couldn't get back up. This was just me and you. Imagine if I did that with 41.
Right.
They would have made fun of me, Nessa.
They wouldn't have. They really cared about you. They were teaching you the proper way to say the slang that they use in their songs. Like, I mean, they were so kind. They would have picked you up. I think they would have helped you.
I can't keep up anymore.
You give off big sis energy. So do I. So it's fine. I don't think they would have let us down. By the way, they said they loved our energy and was one of the best interviews they had. But anyways.
Maybe if I stretched before we start dancing, because they said come out on Summer Jam stage. So I will stretch just in case for some reason.
Right.
They're like, Katrina, we're about to do Bent.
Right.
We need you out there with us in the crowd. Will you crowd dive?
Tootie.
Will you crowd dive?
With them?
Ever in life. Let's say you had a huge crowd.
I would have to know that the crowd knows me and they're actually a fan of me. Like right now, how many people listen to us? Okay, maybe we're up to 15. I would trust only the 15 to maybe help me. Maybe. But honestly, I've gained weight. Let's be real here. We've gained weight. You took me to this amazing Korean spot. I'm convinced I gained 10 pounds that night.
It was a Michelin star.
I'm kidding. I weighed myself not short, like I think 2 days after. And I was like, yo, I gained weight from that.
We went in.
So anyways, I wouldn't do that to anybody. I think that's really messed up. Maybe if I lost 50 pounds, maybe. But I'd have to know the 15 people that listen to us were the ones who were going to catch me.
Would you rather crowd surf or jump into the crowd?
Crowd surf.
Okay.
It's a little safer.
That's a little weirder. I always get weary of people that crowd surf because it's like all of a sudden a hand's in my crotch. They're touching my boobs. Like, they're pushing you.
But would you rather that or would you rather jump and then who knows if you're going to get caught?
I will jump. If the crowd is moshy and they're all right there.
And they move. You've seen those movies, everybody like splits apart, right?
Yeah.
You would rather risk that?
If I know there's no place to move, they're not going anywhere. I've been to concerts where if you're in front, you know we're not going anywhere. If you gotta pee, it's a wrap. You're never coming back. You're not going anywhere.
If you were at a concert right now and somebody jumped into the crowd and you're right there, are you going to help keep them up or are you going to get out the way?
You have no choice. They're about to come at your head. You have to do this. That's the whole point.
That's assuming you could even reach.
Yeah, at least I would block my head. It's really not to hold them up. It's to block my head.
Yeah.
Golly.
Okay, so I have a question. Do we think Billie Eilish ever loved her boyfriend at the time that she broke up with or even liked him enough? No, because she broke up with him the minute she had a dream about somebody else.
Way too easy of a breakup. And for Christian Bale, come on, bro.
You know, Billie Eilish has beautiful eyes.
Billie Eilish is a baddie too.
Can I tell you, I've looked at her pictures and I honestly feel like she's watching me through the camera. Like, I mean, like through the screen.
Piercing blue eyes.
Like piercing. Like, I feel like she's looking through my soul.
You know, when her hair is blonde and it was up, I remember one time she was at an award show. She looked just like Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
I was like,
is that
like, bro, I'm going to show you.
I mean, gorgeous. But I do feel like her eyes are so piercing that I think she's watching us right now.
Yeah.
Like if you Google images, like, look, don't you feel like she's looking at you?
Oh,
it's like the Mona
gosh.
Lisa. She's watching you from side to side.
Bro, it's true. I like her. Look at this.
Let me see.
Look at this. For some reason, I can't click the link. Look at They look like twins. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And you know what?
They look like sisters.
So there is a photo for people who are listening to us right now of
side by side.
Who is the publication?
Reddit. You know, Reddit always, people post stuff. They posted a picture of Billie Eilish side by side with Scarlett Johansson. Bro, they look alike.
And they're both gorgeous.
They're both gorgeous.
Anyways,
Nessa, here's the next plan. Nessa off air, go on tour, and we have to crowd surf.
With Billie Eilish.
Yes.
All right, we'll send her a DM. Okay, so anyways, Katrina, I was thinking about the earlier conversation that we had about basically Tone avoiding you at all costs.
Whoa. He's watching TV at night on the couch while I'm in the bedroom.
And he falls asleep and he doesn't come to bed until 6 a.m. Clearly, he doesn't want to sleep next to you. I know how you sleep. I've slept next to you before in the past years when, listen, we couldn't get to different separate hotel rooms and we had to just hunker up on one bed. And you would put pillows in between us because you were so scared. By the way, you shouldn't be scared of me and my leg accidentally grazing you. It's you who sleeps wild.
You're hot.
I should have, yeah, whatever, because I like the room hot. But wait. You are the lunatic who sleeps like you are an octopus. You're fighting everybody and everything.
Not true.
Yes. I've seen you. That's why your daughter got you back as karma, because the way she sleeps that you've told me about lets me know you met your match. But anyways, throughout the day, I've heard you call me from the bathroom at your house. There's times you'll be like, Nessa, and I'm like, there's an echo. Where are you? Are you in a tunnel? Where are you right now? She's like, I'm in the bathroom because if I go outside, my daughter, she's going to basically not let me work. So I just want you to know, Katrina, for all the times I've given you a hard time, I understand. I think you should set up your office in your bathroom at this point. You're not alone in this. Most of us, most mothers, escape to the bathroom to get a little free time to ourselves. That is the only time we get alone time. And I agree.
I don't think it's just mothers, to be honest. Because Tone be in the bathroom even before we had a kid.
Right.
I remember asking him, he'd be in the bathroom so long.
But that's guys. Guys go in there, and I also think they're doing that because they don't want to be around us.
Same idea then, right?
Right.
It's alone time.
Yeah.
They just want to do what they do.
It is alone time. Oh my gosh. Because Colin was staying in the bathroom for a long time. I'm like, oh my gosh, he hates me.
I literally asked Tone, I said, okay, I just have a question. Because he goes in there for like 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh gosh. And I got to use the bathroom.
Right.
Tone, serious question. Are you truly using the restroom for 20 minutes? Or are you like pushing? Like, what is it that makes you be in there for 20 minutes?
Right.
Because I come in when I got to go. I don't know if it's my metabolism or what. I go in, I'm ready. In, out, get up, I'm done. Number one or number two.
Right.
It's in and out. Like I'm not, every now and then I might have to sit there and help coerce it to come out.
Right.
But otherwise, I'm in and out of there. Tone, without fail, takes minimum 20 minutes every time.
I've brought it up to Colin and he still doesn't get it. nor does he care. He still stays in there. I actually feel like he doubled the time to prove a point to me that he's not going to listen to what I have to say. And you know Colin, he wants to prove you a point. That's what it is.
But
we're not alone. Anyways, there was some research done. Masonite was talking about it, and they found out that 63% of parents with kids who are still living in the house, obviously, young kids, are 3 times likely to seek refuge in the bathroom than childless adults.
you know why? Because the bathroom is one place where no one can bother you. Let's say you have a safe space in your house or a quiet room, an attic, a basement. Anyone can come up in whatever you perceive as your alone time room. But the bathroom, no one's going to bust up in there.
Our
and
kids
bother
will.
You know,
our kids
Amara
will.
does non-stop.
Right.
And Tone be like, Amara, get out of there. And you know what Amara does? Oh, gosh. She's so a jokester. I'm in the bathroom.
Right.
I'm using the restroom.
Right.
So, of course, there might be a certain scent when
Right.
I'm using the restroom.
Right.
She comes in there. Once it hits her nose, she goes,
She starts coughing
she starts
like that?
fake coughing when she smells it. She goes, Mommy, it's stinky. I said, yeah, get up out of here. But she'll fake cough as if it's some sort of gas that hit her throat that's making her not be able to breathe. And I'm telling you, it's not that bad. But Amara
Well, you
comes up
wouldn't
in
know.
there.
You're sniffing your own gas.
Well, I'm smelling it. I'm
Yeah.
smelling it too. She's so dramatic. Like, are you trying to prove to me that you can act? Like, I get it. You don't have to cough. It's not that serious.
She has young lungs. She's never been exposed to something so toxic. I actually think she's in the right here. But anyways, my point is, one time I was using the bathroom. I had no choice, no one to help me. So I took baby Cap in there, and baby Cap opening the cabinets, going, grabbing the extra toilet paper, throwing it on the floor. And I'm like, this is a disaster. But at this point, fine, keep yourself entertained
Right.
until I'm done.
That's my mantra in life with Amara. Keep yourself entertained until I'm done with whatever I got to do. So if she's there and all of a sudden she opens up her crayons and she pours it all out, I'll just look at her and be like, I'll deal with it later. Whereas like Tone or my mom who helps us watch Amara, they'll be like, oh, no, pick it up. I'm like, go ahead, do it. We'll clean it up all at the end. You're not marking up the carpet, do it.
Right. What if she is?
Then we stop her. Like, yo, you can't do that. But everything else, I just let it roll off my shoulders. Go ahead. As long as you're not breaking the house or harming yourself,
Right.
do it.
Do you feel defeated?
It's more of a realization that
Right.
this is what it is.
Yeah.
So not defeated, but just,
I always feel defeated. I just
can't.
realize, okay, you're going to
Yeah.
do what you want to do, and I'm at the mercy of it.
as long as it's not harmful, just let baby Cap do what they do.
I do.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm sleep deprived
It's self-preservation, Nessa.
at this point, right? Okay, I guess that's the whole point of this whole situation. But I mean, I just think at a certain point, our kids are going to run all over us and our lives because we're exhausted.
Are going to?
They already have.
Come on.
Point.
Let's just tell Colin and Tone that we're going to the bathroom.
Never show back up.